Why did I switch into my jersey? It's
Uh-oh,
my
what?
Seth Jarvis jersey.
Yes.
Today is his birthday.
All
Happy
right.
birthday, Seth Jarvis. It's his 24th birthday. Number 24 turns 24. That's what the Carolina Hurricanes said this morning.
All right. Welcome back to the Peanut Gallery podcast, where hockey trade rumors matter, contenders wobble, outdoor games steal the spotlight, and we somehow end up debating a jersey number nobody wants to wear. We're also going to talk about playoff moves, slumping giants, stadium lights, Super Bowl predictions, and Olympics knocking on the door. Let's get into it. Episode 18 is right now. Hello, Mackenzie.
Hello.
Oh, look at that. I got a smile out of you. That's great. How are you
I'm
doing?
laughing at you.
Well, most people do. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I was frequenting hockey this weekend.
That's good. What did you see?
I went to the Rock Lobsters game on Friday and the UGA game yesterday.
Oh, wow. A double feature. That's awesome.
Yeah, there was supposed to be a doubleheader yesterday, but the last one got canceled because of the snow.
Because of snow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, 2 weekends in a row where we had some kind of a winter weather pattern in Atlanta area.
not even that
And
big of a deal here. In
well,
other
not here.
places, it is a big
Yes.
deal, but not here.
Clemson got a lot. Virginia got a lot.
Nashville and Ole Miss. Yeah.
Yes, Nashville got a lot. But luckily down here we kind of got a dusting. So Mackenzie, let's talk about we have a lot going on tonight. It's going to be a really good show. Let's start off with Andrej Palat trade.
Andre Palat. Yeah.
What's up with that?
Did not see that one coming. I'm not gonna lie. That
Oh
was
yeah.
crazy. The way they did it too was so crazy. So they they posted on Twitter and like Instagram, they were like, Andre Palat has left the stadium or the arena for roster reasons, which usually means they're getting traded. And obviously all of Devils Twitter was shocked because I did not think they were ever going to trade that man. Like we have been begging the Devils franchise to trade him for a long time. Anyway, they traded him mid-game. So like midway during the Devils game, they traded him.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
don't even know if the bench knew. I mean, the bench knew because like he left the arena in his street clothes, but I don't think the bench like knew because they traded him mid-game. So it was really funny the way they did that. The trade itself, I I think they could have gotten more for it. Andre Palat, he's a good player. Like he has two Stanley Cups. Like he's a good player. I think two Stanley Cups with Tampa Bay. But he struggled in New Jersey and everybody has their place. All players like sometimes don't fit in a place and have to move on. It's fine. I don't think Jersey was his place. Because he is a good player. He does have a significant amount of points in the games that he's played. Like he's not a bad player. He just didn't play well for New Jersey. And the games that he did play well, like there were some, like he didn't play poorly all the time, but on the days where he wasn't playing well, it wasn't that he was just not playing well. He was also a liability. He was setting up goals for the other team and like just not playing offensively or defensively like we needed him to. So I'm glad they traded him because I think he needs a fresh start somewhere else. They traded for Siplikov though from the New York Islanders, and they also sent over two picks. I feel like that was a very large amount for an undrafted player who only has 2 points this season. Um, he just kind of hasn't done anything this season. And now, granted, this is only his second season in the NHL. He's older, but it's only his second season in the NHL.
There's a late bloomer.
Right, but Andre Palat scored in his debut with the Islanders and got an assist. And then we're sitting here. Yesterday was Sipakov's debut, and nothing really happened. Or maybe it was 2 days ago. No, I think it was 2 games
It
ago.
was the 28th.
Yeah, so it was yeah. And they won that game, but like I think that sending over a Stanley Cup winning player and two picks for there's nothing wrong with being undrafted. A lot of undrafted players do really, really well. But for an undrafted player with only 2 points this season, like, yeah, we were begging him to be traded, but at the same time, like they could have probably done a little bit more. Now, granted, our third and fourth lines are really strong, and so they could be really good for Siplikov if once the chemistry starts to roll a little bit, but we'll have to see.
Well, this was definitely a salary dump for the Devils for
And
sure.
that is the only reason why I'm not more disappointed about it because we really, really needed that
Yeah,
money. So it's
for
what, $6
sure.
million that is now sitting with us. So because we didn't retain any of Andre Plot's salary.
Well, New Jersey freed up $3.25 million in cap
3.25.
space. Yeah. Um, but it's a good thing for the Islanders because Palat is he's gonna help him out for sure.
We'll see.
Uh,
We'll see.
and also not this is not the only move the Islanders made. This is they
No.
made another move in 2 days.
They also got Carson Soucy from the
Costa
Rangers. And
Susie,
then
yeah,
Carson Soucy scored a goal against the Rangers, ironically, with the Islanders. It was really confusing because he was still in his Rangers gear and his headshot, but he played for the Islanders. And so his goal was for the Islanders in his Rangers jersey. It was really funny. But
yeah,
Carson Soucy, former Canuck, Carson Soucy.
yeah. So Islanders are definitely putting pedal to the metal and trying to make some moves
I
in,
don't blame them. They've got a good shot
preparation
at the playoffs this year.
for the
So
playoffs. Yeah, exactly. And again, Jersey Devils are probably going to be in their rebuilding year
no, they
coming
don't
up.
need to rebuild. They don't need to rebuild. They just need a little bit of help.
Yeah,
They need a
for
little bit of
sure.
help. They're
Well,
fine.
they're not contending for the playoffs.
Not right now, but they could go on a heater after the Olympic break.
Yeah, they could. It's only mid-season, so they could
The-
uh, kick it up a notch and after Olympics and make a
Now,
run
the
for it.
Eastern Conference is incredibly competitive. It's going to be down to the wire, but they're currently, I think, 6 points out of a playoff, 8 points out of a playoff spot. So they've got some work to do, and they lost last night, and so we'll have to see what we'll have to see. If they don't make the playoffs this year, it's not from lack of trying. They just had a really rough stretch after their really good stretch. And injuries have definitely been dragging them down. But we'll have to see. If they don't make the playoffs, it's fine. I need Tom Fitzgerald to be smart with the moves he makes before the trade deadline and in the summer.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and Palat is heading to the Olympics to play with Czechia.
Czechia.
Czechia. We know in my part of the world we say Czechia. Um, so hopefully he'll stay injury free and come back and finish the season strong.
Well, that's not my circus, not my monkeys anymore. So
True,
although
true.
I do feel bad for my captain, poor Nico. He and Andre Plot were good friends, and so Nico was a little bit um choked up after because he goes back to the locker room and bro stuff is gone.
I
So
know that's a
and
crazy.
then I think Andre Palat's locker was next to Nico's because they put Siplikov's stuff next to Nico Heischer's stuff. It was really funny.
That's like coming home from vacation and seeing your wife has moved all her stuff out and
No way.
taking
I wouldn't
taking
go
the
that
taking the
far.
kids. All right. So now let's switch and talk about Colorado Avalanche and what's going on with them, Kenzie. They've definitely cooled off. I mean, they're still a hot team in the NHL, but they've definitely cooled off, and it's starting to feel noticeable. Um, so do you think this is just a mid-season dip,
No,
or are they gonna? Uh-oh, no.
there is a reason that they're struggling. Let me tell you why.
What's going on?
So we watched the Colorado Avalanche for 3 seasons without their captain, right? Gabe Landeskog was still a huge part of that organization now. Even when he was injured, he was at practices, he went on road trips with them, he did everything with them and still acted as a captain, even though he could not play, right? He's a
Right,
huge part of that organization, which is why when people were calling for his captaincy to be stripped from him and all that kind of stuff, ridiculous. He was still very much a captain, even though he couldn't be on the ice. Okay.
right.
When Gabe got hurt a couple weeks ago, that shook the Avalanche up a little bit because, first of all, you never want to see Gabe Landeskog go down, especially after everything he's been through. But second of all, that's like low key, like whatever the sports equivalent of PTSD is. I don't know. So I think that's definitely had played a role in why they've been struggling. They need Gabe back and that leadership back and all that kind of stuff. Now, their struggling is a brief term. Like they still haven't even lost ten games regulation this season, which is crazy. But they definitely hit a dip, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Gabe is not playing with them. Now, they could
Oh,
play just fine without him. They've been a playoff contending team every year since, even with Gabe out. But I think it was the shock of it all that shook him up. So, and I mean, that might not be the entire reason. They could just be, flopping. I don't know. But I mean, they had a huge win yesterday over the Red Wings 5-0. So,
yeah, they
like they're
killed
still
them.
the best team in the league by a long shot. But you know, they're really ruining my statistics. I had a whole stats planned out for them. Like they were on track to win 66 out of their 82 game or 62 out of their 82 games, whatever, whatever. And you know what? They're still on track to do that. It's the overtime losses that are ruined statistically. So
You know what the record is in overtime?
their record in overtime?
Yeah.
No, I think they have
No.
what, seven overtime losses or maybe
Oh,
seven,
wow.
maybe seven regulation losses. Hold on.
Okay.
They have nine overtime losses, eight losses in regulation. Ooh.
Wow.
So still a fair amount of
Yeah.
wins.
Uh, who do you think if this trend keeps going of them losing games or underperforming rest of the season, who do you think is going to take them over?
Take them over as top team in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, the strongest teams in the league right now, Colorado, North Carolina, Minnesota, Dallas. So I think I don't know because those three, the three below Colorado, Carolina, Dallas, and Minnesota are not consistent teams. Now, Minnesota's been very consistent since Quinn Hughes has been added to their roster. Um, but I think the most reasonable answer right now, actually, I'm gonna go probably Minnesota because Carolina would be my first choice, but they have been struggling to keep the lead recently. So, like yesterday, they had a 3-0 lead and lost. So, I think against the Capitals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was against the Capitals because Tom Wilson made a dirty little hit on Logan Stankoven. So,
Love that guy.
no. So I would choose Carolina, but I'm gonna go Minnesota just because they're doing really strong.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. They were losing to the Oilers yesterday. I've been falling asleep to hockey games recently, and I was listening to that game, and they were down like 2-0 against the Oilers. Um, and they scored multiple goals to come back, and they won like 7-3. So, including a goal and an assist by none other than Quinn Hughes, the great addition to their team.
Sorry, kids. All right. Is that all you're going to say about it?
About what, Colorado?
Avalanche. Yes.
I mean, they're still the strongest team in the league as far as teamwork goes and staying resilient and all that kind of stuff. Everybody has their bumps in the road, though. They couldn't be perfect all year. Now, I am going to need them to lighten up the load a little bit. I'm actually going to need the top four teams to lighten up the load a little bit because I am quite fond of the top four teams. I don't want any of them to win the President's Trophy because
Oh,
I think it'd be
yeah.
really cool if one of them were to win the cup. If any of the top four teams were to win the cup, since New Jersey can't as of right now. I'd be happy with it. Number five is Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay wants to surge and go to first place, I would still have fear that they would win. But yeah, also pause. I have to do something really fast. I
Okay.
completely forgot. You have to do a little transition
Why?
because I had to switch into my jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Why did I switch into my jersey? It's
Uh-oh,
my
what?
Seth Jarvis jersey.
Yes.
Today is his birthday.
All
Happy
right.
birthday, Seth Jarvis. It's his 24th birthday. Number 24 turns 24. That's what the Carolina Hurricanes said this morning.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I forgot, so I had to switch into my jersey.
So Jarvis is 24
Yep.
and he's still going strong with the Hurricanes. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well, happy birthday, Seth Jarvis. Hashtag Seth Jarvis. Hey.
Okay, buddy.
All right, Kinskins. Um, we all love the Stadium Series. It's one of the coolest events and venues in or not venues, but events in NHL. And the 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series, featuring Tampa Bay Lightning hosting the Boston Bruins, is being held right now. Actually,
At this very moment.
at this very moment,
It's the first
at
intermission.
at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Um, does this excite you? Does it? Does it? Yes.
I love the Stadium Series.
Yeah.
It's my one of my favorite things that the NHL does. Um, Granted, like I love all the outdoor games. Obviously the one in Miami a couple weeks ago really ruffled my feathers because why would you hold an outdoor game in
Yeah.
Florida? This one is also being held in Florida, but it's 32 degrees right now. So that's very reasonable for an outdoor game, in my opinion. So I'm not as ruffled about this one, even though I don't like the Tampa Bay Lightning. No, but I love the Stadium Series. They go all out. They this year the theme is pirates. They have the entire stadium. It looks so cool. It's like a pirates map. Everybody's dressed up as pirates, and then both of the teams have a theme. So this year the Boston Bruins dressed up as Patriots for the New England Patriots. It was
Are you
football themed
kidding?
this year. So they all came out dressed up as Patriots, like they came straight from the Boston Tea Party. And then the Tampa Bay Lightning came out dressed as the Buccaneers. They
Uh-huh.
had the retro creamsicle jerseys on, the custom jerseys with their numbers on it, and
Right.
Baker Mayfield led them out. So it was
Oh,
really, really
nice.
cool. I like the Stadium Series. It's one of my favorite things. Brandon Hagel set a record already with the fastest goal scored in the Stadium Series, 11 seconds in. Um, it reminds me of the 2024 Stadium Series in New Jersey, or sort of in New Jersey. It was a neutral location where the Devils played Philadelphia, and Nico Hischier scored. I think it was 36 seconds in. No, it wasn't the fastest. Obviously, it's now 11 seconds, but it was still pretty fast. So, and the Devils had a big win that game. Nico Dawes had a great game, um, which is further proves my point, bring back up Nico Dawes, but whatever. They're not going to listen to me. So
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. It's really cool what they've done to the stadium. You're
yeah,
right. The Pirates theme is absolutely awesome.
yeah,
They got the nautical compass, the map, and everything's really cool. As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm gonna go upstairs and watch it. But
yeah.
the Bruins and Lightning are tied right now. First intermission, 1-1.
Nope.
No, they're not.
Bruins are up 3-1 first intermission.
Damn it!
Yep.
Well, I'm still
With
watching
goals.
it.
Brandon Hagel scored the first one. Crap, who scored the second one? Steves, I think, scored the second one. Morgan Geekie scored the third goal, and then Victor Arvidsson scored the fourth goal, power play goal, because
Oh, you're
Jake
right. That's
Gensel
3-1.
tripped Matthew Poitras.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yep.
The first intermission. All right.
We're
Sounds good.
rooting for the Bruins.
Are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we don't like Tampa Bay.
Oh, we don't.
And
Okay.
we're indifferent about the Bruins because
Oh,
we support Charlie McAvoy.
gotcha. And Pasternak and
Yeah, Dave Pastrnak and
yeah.
Mason Lowry and Matthew Poitras, even though he was just called up, and Jeremy Swayman and Morgan Geekie. Fun fact: Morgan Geekie's little brother, Connor Geekie, plays for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but unfortunately, he's down in the AHL right now, so they are not playing against each other at the Stadium Series. Although I think that would have been really, really cool, and they should have just called him up for this game. But whatever, because Connor Geekie's a great player, so like he would have,
Yeah.
he's allowed to be in the NHL, but.
So I have to tell you, Kens, and every time I watch a hockey game, I think about the same thing. How awesome you would be. What happened to my oh, I switched sides. That's weird.
No,
How
you didn't.
awesome I did.
You look normal to me.
You were on this side. Now you jump on this side.
Oh,
Uh how perfect you would be as either a sideline reporter or in studio an analyst, because I'm watching these guys, the guy and the girl, I don't know what their names are, interviewing, and it sounds like they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I think that should be a goal, because
You know,
I think it would
maybe
be a great addition to the NHL broadcast, because you by far know so much more than these guys know. You have more knowledge of NHL and talent in your little pinky than these guys do. And no disrespect to these people. I'm just saying.
it
And
would definitely be fun. I would definitely enjoy that.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I could use my
Well,
chemistry degree for that.
well, here's your resume for you right now.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, a stadium series is always it was always exciting, and we'll see how this one turns out. 15 minutes left to intermission, right? 15 minutes.
For the I don't know. I can't see the intermission clock.
Oh,
All I know is that somebody is performing right now. Who is it? Um,
I don't know.
I have no idea who's performing right now.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, it's a guy.
It's a band. It's a country band, it looks like.
Oh, is it?
Oh
Okay.
no, it is a dude. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to who was going to be performing at the Stadium
I
Series. I haven't
I
been
don't
active on Twitter that much recently.
I don't know this guy. All right, let's are we done with that? Okay. Kenzie, let's talk about we need to talk about something the NHL pretends doesn't exist. Is number 69 basically banned in the
Nobody
league?
wears that number.
In the league?
It's nobody wears
Because
that number.
I did some research. It's not officially retired,
No.
because there's only one number in NHL that's retired. What number is that? One
Oh,
number has been
um,
retired.
99.
99 for the great one, the great Lord Wayne Gretzky. But I don't see anybody wearing number 69.
No.
So why do you think that is, Kens?
Well, although it's not nearly as talked about as it used to be last decade, it has a meaning, and I think that a lot of hockey players would love to wear that number,
Yeah,
especially the young ones, I'm sure.
right.
But
It definitely has a sexual connotation. Obviously,
yes,
everybody knows.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, so it's which is weird, because that's not true in any other sport, as far as I know.
yeah.
Now
Well,
you don't see too many high numbers in basketball. You don't see too many high numbers in baseball. Certainly not true for NFL. You see a lot of 69s in NFL. But I thought I just went down a rabbit hole today when I was doing research.
just for fun.
I was doing research for this podcast, and I realized that 69 is not a very popular number. Now, interestingly, the wild part is that only two players in NHL history have officially worn 69 in regular season games. Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Mel Engelstad wore it for two games with the Washington Capitals in 2003, 2004. And Andrew Desjardins wore it with the San Jose Sharks from 2011, 2013. And even that wasn't intentional. He got it as a rookie camp in a rookie camp jersey number, and just lived with it. So I thought that was a pretty interesting. So number 69, um, it's I think the first person now that wears 69 is gonna be my hero for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, girl.
No?
Nope,
All right.
nope.
Because if you ask for number 69 in NHL, you better be an elite player. Or
Yeah.
even then they're probably handing you a 68 or 67 and a lecture.
See, I don't think they're gonna hand him 67 at this point either.
No?
That's a big deal now too.
They better start banning all 60s numbers.
Yeah, except I mean, there are a couple that are like super in. I mean, no, I mean all 60 numbers, well, with the trend, 65 is next. So,
That's true.
um, but they just need to stay away from number 63. Jesper Brattney's number 63.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But I thought it was really interesting.
Yeah, it's funny.
Uh, all right. Are we done with hockey?
No, we have to talk about the Olympics.
Yes, we will.
Oh.
First, let's talk about. Actually, yeah, let's talk about the Olympics. So the Olympics, because they're going to have it happen before Super Bowl. The Olympics are starting Friday.
Mhm.
The opening ceremonies are this Friday, February 5th, and they're taking place in Milano, um, Italy. Now, there's some games being played on the 5th, but obviously they're not televised. There's a women's hockey that's being played on the 5th, and first round of my favorite favorite Winter Olympics game, um, curling.
What?
Yes,
Curling
first
is your favorite
first
event of the Winter Olympics?
first round of curling is being played on the 5th. So um,
Okay.
I can't wait to watch that. But once the Olympics start rolling, what are you locked into watching first?
I mean, figure skating is my favorite event.
Is it
Yeah, I love figure skating.
good for you?
Um, it's, I mean, obviously hockey hasn't been in the Olympics for a really long time, and so I was very young the last time the hockey was in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Um, so since then, like figure skating has been by far my favorite to watch. Which I guess they're very similar. They're not similar, but they're both on ice. So, um, but so I'm definitely gonna watch figure skating. The America team this year is really good, so I'm excited.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Now, are the Russians
No.
being okay? Good, good.
Unfortunately not. Which honestly, all the hockey players should be very grateful for that because the Russians would destroy them
Yeah.
in every single game. The Russians would probably sweep everybody and then just take all the gold.
Well, I know the one hockey matchup we're looking forward to in the Olympics is USA versus Canada, and
Overrated.
that's gonna be something to watch for sure.
No, I'm looking
And,
forward to Canada versus Germany.
okay.
I don't think Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl have ever played against each other.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be funny.
Well, it's definitely going to be a good watch. And the good news is that because it's being played in Italy, um, we get to watch it in the afternoon.
Yeah, the NHL app has the games on. Um, Fortunate news as far as injuries go for the Olympics. There have been a couple of players that have been officially ruled out. Leo Carlson, unfortunately, has been officially ruled out. But other players such as Gabe Landeskog, he's working really, really hard to get to be able to go, which he better get to be able to go. Somebody, or else I'm suing somebody. I don't know who I can sue. The Florida Panthers. I'm suing the Florida Panthers because they're the ones who did this in the first place. But yeah, so he's working really hard to be able to go. A lot of the USA team is back, um, minus of course Jack Hughes, who was injured last week. Although hopefully he'll be able to go. He should be fine. He should be fine.
Okay.
And then I think the only team that's still like riddled with injuries is Sweden, but they are working. They have a ton of really good replacements. Like Marcus Johansson from the Minnesota Wild has been added, and he's really really good. He should have made the preliminary roster in my opinion, but so but I feel bad for the people who can't go.
So, who do you think is going to be which two teams are going to be the ultimate matchups in the championships?
I don't
Or
know. That's
playing for the
hard.
gold, playing for gold.
That's hard because I don't know whether or not I don't know if I should compare it to the Worlds or if I should compare it to um like a regular NHL matchup situation or like the Four Nations, for example, because if you look at IIHF Worlds the last couple of years, Switzerland has been dominant, and I'd be very pleased to see Switzerland do well. Um, at the end of the day, I think that you obviously have your big four, USA, Canada, Sweden, and Switzerland. Normally it would be Finland, but since Switzerland is allowed to play, like, it's Switzerland. Um, but the Czechia is one to watch out for. They're also a very strong team. Um, Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to goaltending.
Yeah.
The Canadian goalies have really been struggling this year, and I think it's very silly that they didn't include either the Colorado Avalanche goalies, but whatever. So I think that might be Canada's main issue, although they have, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Cale Makar, Nathan McKinnon. They have a really good lineup. Um, Team USA, their lineup is decent. But ultimately, I don't know. I think Switzerland might be sneaky because they have players that aren't in the NHL, which a lot of the smaller teams do have those, like Germany and Slovakia and all that kind of stuff. I think that they had the potential to do really well, considering that other NHL players may not know that game. So, like the Switzerland goalie, watch out. He's really good.
Mm.
So, oh, the other Swiss goalie, the one who doesn't play for the NHL. You know what
Your
I mean?
prediction, where do you think the US team will end up?
Mm,
Not even contending for a medal.
I mean, yeah, I think they're going to contend for a medal. I Because they won Worlds last year. I also can't really base it off Worlds because we have players going to the Olympics that weren't playing in Worlds because of the playoffs. So we'll
Mhm.
see. Like we haven't seen Canada with Connor McDavid on it. And I mean, we have obviously Four Nations, but as far as the World Championship goes, whatever. Anyway, I think USA, I think that they're gonna do well, maybe top, they're definitely gonna be top four, um, hopefully. But I don't know. I'm kind of secretly, I mean, I love my country, Team USA, whatever, but I'm kind of secretly hoping they don't win gold simply because of karma for not letting Jason Robertson on that roster. But
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
I mean, that was such a dumb decision. Anyway, um, I think ultimately, if Canada's goaltending can hold up, it's really kind of hard to beat them. I'm really
Yeah.
sorry. Like I just named five of the best players in the NHL all playing for the same team. Like that's kind of scary. Um, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Canada's team's definitely stout, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So
I'm rooting for Switzerland though. They have been robbed of the gold in the World Championship for the last 2 years of the row, made it all the way to the finals and then lost twice. So I'm pulling for Team Switzerland. Nico
okay.
Hischier needs a win because his team is bad. So
All right. Well, I'm so excited about the Olympics. Winter Olympics are by far my favorite Olympics. So I'm really excited about to sit my ass down on the couch and watch every event for sure. Really good. I'm gonna have four TVs.
yeah, I have school, so I can't watch every event, but I will try my hardest.
Okay. Well, the good news is that NBC will rerun it at nighttime. So
You know how I feel about reruns.
it's Olympics, man.
I can still see the score. I still get updates.
All right, Kens. Speaking of reruns, Kenzie, we're gonna have a rerun in the Super Bowl.
2000 and what, 15?
Yes, 11 years ago. The Patriots versus Seahawks, and the last time they met in the Super Bowl, it didn't go too well for the Seahawks. So
Which was
this
their fault.
time it was bad call. Yes. Um, this time they're coming to the game with a chip on their shoulders, and they're hoping to have a better outcome. Um, so Ken, how do you see this one playing out? And which team do you actually trust on the biggest stage?
I don't know. The other day, Drake May was struggling with some shoulder issues, so we'll see how
Right.
that plays out. Um, at the end of the day, I think both are very strong teams. Um, Sam Darnold obviously has more experience in the league than Drake May does, and the Seattle Seahawks defense is really good. So think that it might be Seattle that ends up winning. But I mean, if either team wins, like I'm cool with it. Seattle has Drew Lock on it. The Patriots with Drake May. But I mean, neither of them are my team. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at like statistics, I know I said my piece last week on why I want the Patriots to win.
Yeah.
But if we're looking at statistics, I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to win, just because their defense is really good. But I can see both teams making a really strong, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like bid for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Seattle is gonna make it happen just because they, just like you said, they do have a very strong defense, and they have a very confident and experienced quarterback who doesn't seem to be making any mistakes. So and with the Drake May shoulder, I don't know if the Patriots have any chance. But on any given Sunday, shit happens. So regardless, it's gonna be a good watch, and
We'll see
I'm
what
just I'm
happens.
just I'm just glad that the same two teams
Right.
over and over aren't in
Well,
it.
I'm just glad the Chiefs aren't anywhere
Kansas,
near it.
Kansas City and the Eagles.
No, it gets to a point where your run's got to slow down, and I feel the same way about the Oilers, like and the Panthers. Like you've had so many opportunities on the big stage, like give someone else a turn, it gets boring.
Right.
So, which is why I was happy to see Indiana win and all that kind of stuff. Like you want to see fresh faces win games, unless of course they're your team, in which case you never get tired of seeing them win. But so it's been 11 years since these two have matched up, even though the Patriots have been in the playoffs a million times since then. So, but it's also fresh faces on the Patriots team. Drake May is only a sophomore. Um, so
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's going to be a busy, busy weekend, Kens. We got the Olympics, we got the Super Bowl. That's going to be great. Great weekend to be a sports fan. So I just noticed that the Stadium Series, the stadium analysts are all dressed up in
yes,
pirate outfits,
yes, they are.
but Sean McDonough is not dressed up, and I wish that Sean McDonough would dress up as a pirate. I would love to see that. He's the
I know,
play by play.
I know. Um,
Uh,
yeah. Well, some people don't have whimsy. So
but it's really cool how they dressed up. It's awesome
I
to see
know it
that.
was so fun.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the second period is just now starting.
Yep. It is. All right, kids. I think that wraps it up for us, doesn't it? You have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, that's it for episode 18. A meaningful trade, a contender hitting turbulence, outdoor hockey under the lights, Super Bowl predictions, Olympic season creeping up fast, and a jersey number the NHL would rather not acknowledge, which is a shame. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hit follow, share it with your chat group, and we'll catch you next time because the sports world never stays quiet for long. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. I love you, Mackenzie. You're awesome. You're awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Stay strong. Stay focused. And don't take your eyes off the prize.
What's the prize?
The prize is success.
That is such an enigma.
Enigma.
That's so relative.
What you want me to say the prize is? The Stanley Cup.
I can't win the Stanley Cup. I can
Okay.
do everything in hockey except for ice skate. I'm too afraid of tearing my ACL.
And I think that's a good idea. It's all right. I love you, Mackenzie. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right. How do you turn this thing off? All right. Episode 18. Right here. All right. Welcome back to the Peanut Gallery podcast. No, let's do it again. Sorry. Here we go. Episode 18, take two. All right, welcome back to the Peanut Gallery Top. Okay, let's do it again. Episode 18, take 3. You just be a fan and be, whoa, who the hell is this guy? Is that the manager or the coach?
What? I'm seeing boys play right now.
The
The
coach is
color
dressed
scheme
up.
is so
The
fun.
coach is dressed up like a pimp.